I feel like fawning is the hardest trigger reaction to mitigate because of how deeply it's ingrained in me. And I know it's a waste of time to fawn. Like, it uses my emotional energy, and it's usually not reciprocated when you're fawning toward someone who like never had the intention of respecting you in the first place. But I think it's also really tough because when I've upset someone and I want to communicate, I get really scared. Like, really scared. Like, heart pounding, queasy, all the adrenaline in my body shooting around, scared. Because I was made to feel like communicating and problem solving and making somebody upset intentionally or unintentionally was punishable by neglect, either emotionally or physically, or abuse, either emotionally or physically. So it really skewed the way that my chakras developed when it comes to willpower, which is our solar plexus, and my throat chakra, which is where I speak my truth, and my heart chakra, where I give and receive love freely. Because love became very conditional. The parameters as such, if I was pleasing to my abusers, then there would be love. But the trick to that was that I never knew what was pleasing, and things that may have been pleasing a couple of days ago or a couple of hours ago are suddenly no longer pleasing. And when it came to developing codependency, I think that aspect and pattern is one of the biggest reasons that I didn't speak up for my needs, didn't know what my needs were, and then became gutturally, viscerally terrified of disagreements. And I now sometimes ruminate over them and fawn over them, fawn over the person that I've disagreed with, because I feel so desperate to save face and regain that luster, that joy, that fake bounty that I had when my parents decided that I was worthy of their connection and their respect and their love. And so I don't like to talk about anything that is important. Emotional vulnerability, sex, even my likes and dislikes, just basic things, movies, books, trees, like simple things. I feel so much like I have to keep them sheltered in order to protect myself from being ashamed or abandoned or yelled at. It's really hard for me to have difficult conversations, and when I disappoint people or when people disappoint me, it's really hard for me to accept that I've done a thing wrong or that it is human nature to do things wrong. And it sucks because sometimes I'm like, am I genuine when I say that I made a mistake? Or is this me fawning because I need the sunshine of that person's love? I need it because I don't feel whole on my own, because the hole in my heart and the hole in my solar plexus where my worth was chipped away, interaction by interaction, closed door to closed door, violent episode to violent episode. It's really tough. It's really tough. And this Mercury retrograde has been abundant in me having to figure out how to fucking talk about shit, man. And how to be wrong about stuff. And how to be okay with being vulnerable and how fucking terrifying it is. And also just realizing that I don't love myself enough, maybe, still, or that maybe I love myself too much that I want to be on the very top. But one would say that that's also a symptom of insecurity, because I'm not any more important than anybody else is. And we all deserve to be heard and validated and have compassion and empathy shown to us, no matter who we are, even those of us who suck, because we all suck sometimes, because that is the human condition. It is to suck. So retrograde is coming to an end, and I feel like this has been the hardest closing period before the shadow that I have faced in many cycles of Mercury retrograde. I have had egg all over my face, and I'm very ashamed, I'm terrified, I'm frustrated, and I'm angry at my job, and I'm angry at myself, and I'm angry at money, and I don't even think I'm really angry at my parents, but I am still feeling angry that there are these things in me that prevent me from being a fully actualized adult, and I want that so desperately. So desperately.